Did you get your Rough Rider?
Yeah, I was very late on ordering. But I got other stuff, so shame on me, I know.
Dude.
That is so small. I watched the video. Which one is that? The lockback?
Yeah. What's
I
it
feel like they
called?
owe you another half of a knife.
Dude, it's so small. But it's great. It's great. I was surprised.
Well, I was looking at the regular single blade, and then I was looking at like the elephant toe, but they said it was really small. So I was like,
well, if it's the size of a normal elephant toe, then those are like chunks.
it was listed as smaller than, or at least shorter than many. Jay, what's up?
Shorter than many. Well, I mean, this is definitely at the, I don't even know, but the choke up spot. That's the trick right there. Is you got that third finger, boom. The box was big, it was small. You open up the box and you're like, wait a minute, what's all this extra space for? Because they probably just made one box, different inserts.
Let me ask you a question about this Rosecraft pass around.
Okay.
So I got my Trapper, which is going to be mine, and I'm going to use it in my giveaway. But then they also sent along a Savage Creek gun stock in Stag. So I'm going through the list, right? It's not on the list. And then I got an email from Rosecraft. They're sending me a Sow Belly in Stag.
Mm-hmm. There's a new list.
So where did this come from?
There's already, okay, I messaged Andy, asked him about it because I still have 2 left to get on the first pass around. And
Okay.
I said, I haven't gotten one in like 3 weeks. What's up, Rome Dog? And I haven't gotten one in like 3 weeks. And I said, hey, I messaged the guy and I still haven't got one. I still have 2 more to get. And he said, well, which ones did you get on the list? And he gave me a list. And on the list was one of the knives, like one of these Stag knives that you're talking about. And I'm like, well, I have 2 more on my list.
Nowhere.
But that one wasn't on it. And he was like, oh, I already started another one. So he's already got some list of some Stag knives that are going to start going around now.
He sent an email to me, and one other guy was attached. Said, I'm sending you both of this Sow Belly, whatever, in Stag to both of you. And then you just send it to this person. And then that was like, it. Thinking, okay, well, we've went through a majority of the knives available. So, okay. But then, so I messaged my person who's been very good about getting stuff to me. And he was like, hey, this one got to me late. The last one, I'm also sending this. And so I'm like trying to trace back. So it's just like kind of a floater, I guess. I'll have to find out.
What's up, Brian?
If there's a new list, I need a new list.
I have a Sow Belly, though. Oh, wait. I don't have any. All my stuff's all over the place. But I do have one of those Sow Belly. Those are sweet.
This is the gun stock. The handles are super thick. But I am loving the blade, and it's a good grip. I'm liking this knife a lot. And it's got a nice Rosecraft sound.
Is the pull? Looks like the pull isn't too terribly terrible.
No, it's nice. It's just the way I like. It's nice. Knives of life.
Man, my stuff's all over the place. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, everybody.
Hey, dude.
This is me and Kenman's living area. I've got lots of fun stuff to talk about, knife wise. I bet Kenman has some knives or something.
So you said you got one of these on the way then?
Is that the sow belly?
Yeah.
That's the one I got on the way.
I love this.
And then I have the gun stock one right here, which I'm really liking this blade though. The Savage Creek.
Sure. Got more of a little flip point to it. But it's
Yeah.
like, looks like it's straight on the front.
Well, it's the gun stock, so it kind of curves in on the handle.
Right, right.
You can see. Yeah.
Sprinkles and squirrels on Tuesday, said Shay.
Don't like it there. Hyper gamer.
Well,
Oh, Jack Black. I get that all the time. No worries. I just wish I could get some of those residuals. No worries. I have something important to show, Dan. I got, we have amazing people that are on our channels.
Okay.
And
yeah.
Shay.
Oh, I'm waiting for the mail. I've heard things. Is this going to spoil it for me?
No, yours is different. This is red on this side, blue with an eagle on the other. And it's got the,
seatbelt cutter.
That and
you got your glass breaker. What's up, Kathleen? How are you today?
We've got an assisted max force in metal. I love this thing.
Wow. That's amazing. Mimo had to turn away the Stag gun stock yesterday. Import fees, $204 at the end of the day.
Because he's in Canada.
That is rough.
You got to find somebody at the border.
What do we think about Stag? I like Stag. I think it's cool. I don't mind.
I like Stag. Everybody does it different. Rosecraft does, pretty thick.
Yeah,
but it works.
Some big. Look at the size. I mean, this is the sow belly.
Yours
so
is
obviously it's chunky, but
yours is chunkier.
Super thick, and it's got a stiff pull on it too.
This one doesn't.
Does it not scream Midwest gas station? Shay's, yeah, that completely does. Now, Shay, did you or did you not get that retrieved from a gas station? Is this correct?
He did.
That's what I recall hearing. That is wild.
Oh, 64 for import tariffs. Hey, Henry D. Miller. It ain't right. That
What's up,
ain't
Henry?
right. Where's my sticker that I just got?
Rough.
I got a sticker for all this, if I can find it.
But dude, look at this gorgeous 30-year anniversary. Oh, that's just the cutest little thing ever. I tell you what. Look at that, the little choke up spot on there. You get a 3-finger grip with the little 1-inch. They've got the 30-year anniversary commemorative blade. It is tiny. Definitely micro. It was one of those ones where I saw it, I thought it looks cool. Did not think about the size when I ordered it. Just saw the photos, and sometimes you see the photos and you're like, oh, maybe that's a 3-inch knife with a 2.5-inch blade. It's like, no, that's like a 2-inch knife with like a 1.5-inch blade. But the lock is solid. It's got a half stop to it. Pops out nice. Feels good. It's fun. I just got it because it's their 30-year. Rough Rider's been around for 30 years, 1994 till now. So they got a commemorative set of knives. I believe there's like 8 different ones. Apparently, Justin said he ordered one, but
it will be here.
Yeah,
just not right now.
What do we think of the one I picked? I think the checkerboard bone on the handle is super cool. That is some deep texture. If I ever get my CNC running, that will be a texture I want to try out. It's grippy. I like it.
I can't find my sticker I was looking for, which is it's somewhere in my pile. I have a
Ooh.
pile.
Ooh, what's up, Palmer?
Kathleen's here. Today's painting, Kathleen.
94 to now is 31 years. I know. Unless it is right at the end of the year, or I don't know what it was, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said on the. They just put them on sale. It's officially.
Blue. William.
Always remember to carry the one.
I did get something special in, Dan.
Did you know?
It is smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Okay. Oh yeah. I've handled those. They are small, but they are clean. Magnet
It's
cut,
different because there's not much
titanium.
sound because they're on washers.
Mm-hmm. They're clean. American made. That is indeed what she said, William.
Something's wrong with me because the knife can you
Okay, can you flick open a rat
one?
one? Because I can't. Let me get my rat one, Joe. We were talking about the rat yesterday.
I got rid of my rat, so I can't open it. I'm sorry. Illuminati on top of things.
All right, what are we talking about? Talking about a rat model
Flip it,
one.
right? You got your thumb studs.
Ooh, I missed. Boom. Finger flick. I can't close it.
It was just on a live from Deep South Color. They said they're normally cheap knives, like right, they just arrived today, have doubled in prices. Oh, Kathleen, I don't like this one bit. Not getting political. I'm just saying I don't want these higher prices.
Nobody does.
Here is my art of the day, Kathleen. Gold, some neons, some fun. But I know that said, I am even more mad than normal at my government. But double the prices on Rough Riders coming in. What are we going to do as a knife community?
We're going to do our best. We're going to struggle through whatever it's throwing at us, and we'll keep on trucking. I don't know. Each knife can be different. I've had knives that have a strong detent, some that are a little bit looser. Joe was saying he was having some issues. His rat model one was a little tight. Mine, the thumb out, it feels a little tight, but I get in there for that flick. It's a good knife. I think if anything, my liner or my lock is tight to get in there to close. It is a nice knife.
I'll tell you what I'm trying to fix up right now. So that will happen just occasionally when you get something. You got to fiddle with it a little bit, get the tools out. Jay so graciously donated his PM2 for my next giveaway. Yeah, don't fall apart now, Dave.
Look, I can't flick it out with my right hand. Dude, I get over with the left and it's like no problem, but the right, so there you go. Mine's tight on the right flick out too. I'm sorry now. What were you talking about? Go.
Okay, so Shay has a PM2 and it just action was not good. Didn't like it, couldn't figure it out. So he knows it's a good knife, a nice knife. So he sent it to me for my next giveaway. And upon receiving, I realized, Yeah, this is tight. Up earlier, but then I got a little side wobble. So I tightened it back up, and it's all tight and good, but it's just it's too tight. Like, look, if I let go to unlock
It
it
should
and
drop.
I
Yeah.
shake it, and it's still that tight. So I get what he's saying. So I'm gonna fiddle with it a bit more, but somebody will win a PM too
And then
when
they
we
can
hit
fiddle
2K.
with it.
That is correct. Well, hopefully I'll
But
figure it out.
yeah, I'm having a hard time flicking it out with my right hand. Although you notice, look at where the cutout is on the left side versus the right side. There's more cutout on this side. So as a
Good idea,
lefty,
Bob. Hey, Boop, we're talking about knives that are just too hard to work with, and this is. I
Bob says
shouldn't have
replace the
the
bearings.
close on it for it to go like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta
Bob says
figure
try
it out.
replace the bearings on that one.
And that's a good idea. And if I
Have you taken
fix
it
it
apart?
and it's super smooth, I'm gonna send it back to Shay.
Have you completely taken it apart yet?
I've just messed with the pivot.
Because that might be a good idea to try if like just literally full disassembly. Sometimes, because every time I take one apart for
If
like a
it,
die
or
or
even maybe it
something,
just needs a little bit of oil.
right? But just it's something about taking it apart, cleaning it up a little bit, and then putting it back together. Drop the washers.
That will super glide.
Briss says, drop the washers, bro. That's all you need to do. What's up, my man? Fook. Oosh. We're going classic with the
Um,
Rat Model 1, right?
you know what one I can't open? I have 2 Fair Monsters. One is Top Flipper, amazing, one of my favorite knives of all time. My second one is the Glideman that you're supposed to be able to flip open, and I can't get it to flip for nothing. Now, it is on a frame lock that is part of the problem. I might send it to you to take a look at to see if you like it, because a lot of people talk good about it, but a lot of people also say they can't get it open because of the frame lock being in the way. So the hole makes it impossible to open.
Hmm.
And I like Fair
Interesting.
Monster a lot. It's just, I'm not going to lie.
Interesting. Interesting. They have a
Hey,
chart on
Flytanium in the
skiffs.
house.
Bob says get some skiffs for it. What's going on, Flytanium? Hmm.
Hey, by the way, Dan, listen up. You've heard me talk about the beef a lot. Now the Flytanium's in here. This will be the giveaway for 2K, the beef.
Yeah.
But anybody who wants to get a beef and not worry that they won't win, today, I posted a link. There's a code. Get the beef for $49.
$50 for a beef?
Seriously.
Not bad. Do you have someone can you post the link right now?
Hey, Fook, if you're in here, can you go to my posts, like YouTube just post? We'll pull that link in. Today's Earth Day, by the way. Yes, Bob, go snag one up after we get the link posted in here. $49.
$49. That's a great. I've heard good things. A lot of people have been enjoying the beef.
And how's it going today? Is it Josh today? Titanium? First time it's ever been on sale. Thank you, Fook.
And there it is. Click on there. Catch a sale.
Hey, Josh, how's it going?
Where is my? Oh, it's up here. Do the Titanium salute.
Nice.
Here's to you. I am going to order a backspacer. I've been looking at it, and I think the Mohawk one that's got the extra jimps on it. But then probably do an ano on it and this to have it match the the thumb stud, or I don't know. I want to mess around a little bit. I love the knife, but I
You should
think
see all the stuff they've added to the page. Like
so much,
you can get
so much.
anything changed.
I just want the backspacer really the most of all. The
Thank you,
most of
Shay.
all. Most of all.
Yeah, if we can mod our Ozark trails, it'll be insane. You know, we all will.
I've still been contemplating doing something to it. Just another thing on the list.
3D print file backspacer soon. Nice.
Interesting. Except for you've already got those really nice titanium ones. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, you know, Iowa, AK, he has a 3D printer, and
Right. I got
good.
a printer. I get a printer.
There
I
you-
just don't print. I don't print all that much. I got a resin printer. It prints really good, but another one of those things I don't have a ton of time to use all the time. Oh,
Well, I've been using this has still been my main package destroyer, so
Mhm.
it will be free. Oh, that'd be cool. But it arrived after many releases I'd missed it on. So the ABW, very happy.
They're cool. Like I said, I've seen there was a couple people that picked them up at Texas that I got to handle them, and they are quite nice.
No problem, man. You know, I love flight titanium, so I'm always going to cancel.
Testing out my shelf. I haven't really. I put some stain on it, but it's dark. It's kind of hard to. They don't stick out as much as I'd like. Oh, you're a little glitchy. I guess that doesn't look so bad on there. Just don't unplug it and plug it back in. That doesn't work.
Because I'm sitting here not saying anything.
Maybe. I don't know. I look crystal clear. Yeah. What I missed? Oh no. Get yourself a pry bar. I've been carrying the same
There, I'm gonna
pry
switch.
bar.
Are we there? Are we good?
I don't
Are
know.
we
I'm
good?
here. I'm here.
Am I looking better?
Ooh, you look gorgeous. Just don't move. It is just a little grainy.
Man. Okay, well,
Get yourself.
I switched from my Wi-Fi just to straight 5G, so we shall see.
Oh, this is better.
Okay.
I'm good. We're good. We're all good here. Who was trying to, Joe, you
All
said
right.
you
Well,
were
thanks for popping
prying
in, Josh.
something?
Always appreciate it. Have a good one, man.
Good talking to you, bud. But Joe, you were prying something open. Get yourself a pry bar. Get you something. Don't use a knife to pry things. No good. What's up, Mick?
And I got my pry in the works, so hopefully sometime this year.
There you go.
I am trying to talk to USA makers so that there doesn't become a issue. But
I suppose. What yeah, what are you hoping titanium, Justin?
definitely titanium. Can't be TitaniumJustin, right? If it's not titanium.
Just trying to find a way to work the name into the sentence. you know.
A lot of people keep saying call it the tie pry.
Not
But you
bad.
know, here's a little
Not
insider
bad.
secret. I have not shown the image yet. I don't plan on it. But it falls into a classic looking traditional knife kind of design. So it is going to, you know, if all plans go right, it's going to come in a round cylinder like the old
Yep.
traditionals did.
Yep. Like the this one, the Big Chief came in that cylinder. The all the
Yeah.
Rough Rider reserves come in the cylinder. The of course the Jack Wolf. Yeah, baby. Big Chief.
Big Chief.
Joe Mack, your poor buck 119, bro. What do you make me cry inside. I mean, use your knives, but not to pry stuff, bro. Let me send you a pry bar. You know, Justin's designing a pry bar for you to use. You better, just get one of those when it comes out.
I hope it falls in a reasonable price. And by reasonable, I mean under $100.
Well, but you see, the thing is if you get yourself a pry bar, then you invest a couple bucks in it. Now you're going to carry it. You're going to use it.
It's true.
Like, all right, I want to justify this. Although I've been carrying this pry bar, I carried the other one and I bent the clip, and then I switched and started carrying this one. And I've used it twice.
Now, you see, that pry bar was amazing design with that fuller, felt good in the hand, but the pocket clip was flawed.
Right.
A, because if you were really going to use it, you couldn't hit the back of it. And B, it was too easy to bend.
Mm-hmm. What's up, SC?
Hey, Knife Monkey.
Yeah, Joe, I mean, in a pinch, you got to get it out. But see, that's why I carry the pry bar, because I'm always carrying I carry 3 knives now. I can't not carry basically 3 knives. So I carry 3 knives, a pry bar, a pen, and a toothpick.
Get yourself one of these. They make them in different sizes. It has a pen holder. This one I customized and they put microfiber in, but you can get them where they have multiple holes. I keep my traditional in it, my front pocket. And then I got my folder in my back pocket. And then if you want, a pen, a pry bar, a flashlight, like a little mini O-light or something, you're good to go. And then you invest in a really nice belt so your pants don't fall off.
Ha! Truth. What do you think of the knife shelf? If I build like 10 more of these, I can have a rack of knives on every shelf. How's that sound? That sounds expensive.
Thinking about getting a Caval case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like seeing them. I like touching them all, rearranging them, putting them in patterns and shapes, and I don't know. I'm gonna make more of these though. I don't know. Kevin Smith and Knives is making one. We're gonna see what he comes up with.
I keep a lot of boxes still. So
Kathleen has some ideas. You know what? You just literally just gave me an idea, because I was thinking about, for now I can do different themes until I kind of come up with whatever. But I want to try Kathleen's idea with these dowels and kind of make them look floating and something like that. But you just said you're like, oh, I have all these extra boxes and stuff. What if I build like a box pyramid? Like I could literally take 40 boxes and build them 5 tall in the back, then 4 tall, then 3 tall, and make one of these shelves just out of the knife boxes I have.
I thought it was you that showed me, but must have been somebody else a few months ago. Carhartt makes a really long knife roll for like $30.
Okay.
Roll them up.
Need a trench coat that's a burrito for knives. See, I don't want to roll them up. I want to. Did you not
Hi, Samuel.
see this?
Thank you.
I've got a burrito
Here, Ben will
roll
let you
right
carry a
here.
Gold Steel Espada XL. Nice.
So there's my Naps burrito roll. I've got it on the wall, and then instead of pinning them inside the roll, I put them on the outside for a display. All right.
My problem is I keep a lot of them in boxes, and the ones I don't have boxes for, I just want to shove in a case. And then I was thinking I could do a weekly segment called "Let's Dig Something Old Out of the Case."
Yeah. Yeah. Kaiser. Man, what's up with Kaiser? I haven't heard from Kaiser. I haven't seen any. They do have some new stuff they're letting out, though. They're going to be in Atlanta. Maybe I'm going to go have to bug them.
Yeah, talk to Bees. And tell them whenever they're done being angry at me, they can start sending things my way, and I'll.
Well, apparently they haven't sent anything to anybody really, so
Yeah.
don't feel.
That's okay. The one thing I would like from Kaiser, and you know me. My buddies that design for Kaiser, I love them. I buy them. I'm not anti-Kaiser. I'm not anti-Kaiser.
Okay.
But there's a knife coming out that's going to be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to spend the money on it, but I have very mixed feelings about this knife. I do not own a Militaw, period. Because I got burnt out on the 84 releases of it, right?
Right.
But now, what are they doing? They're releasing a new Militaw.
Yeah.
It is Purple Haze Fat Carbon, DLC, Slip Joint Titanium. You know they're going to want over $200 probably.
Oh, I'm sure.
I just, it looks so nice, but I don't know. I don't know if I can do it.
Is it going to be the size of the full-size one or the mini? This is the smaller version. It's going to be the size of the full-size Militaw or the mini Militaw. Do you know that?
I mean, it looks like a full size, but it's a total slip joint. So, okay, Kathleen. If you take a picture of it, then if you go to private message me, there's like a little rectangle that looks, you can click on it instead of typing words, and it'll let you pick a picture from your phone if you're using your phone.
Justin, I'm waiting on the lefty Militaw as well. I've been told in the past that it was in the works, but if that would be the one that if they got a lefty Militaw, I would pick one of those up.
Well, they posted pictures of the slip joint last night on Instagram.
Right.
4 versions. They all look expensive. The pearl inlay, yeah, I saw that, Mick, and I was instantly like, that's going to be some serious money, but it did look beautiful, and I would buy that if it probably wasn't going to cost. I mean, there's only 25 of them. I bet 15 of them make it to market if we're lucky. But, you know, it sounds like there's been some turnover at Kaiser. I don't know anything really, but.
Yeah, when I send them, I've sent them just a couple little things, just like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And I don't really hear back. And that used to be that contact was like, Dan, what's going on? Good to see you, blah, blah, blah. We're sending you this. What's happening, or whatever. And so they're being run by different people, or at least the links I had, but they're still.
Oh, they'll be very limited.
They're still active though.
Well, Bees is the one who's running their social videos now.
Right. So it's
So
like
I don't know if he's how like much stuff he needs.
They threw all the eggs in one basket.
Well, when Jeremy did it, I mean, he was in charge of like answering like emails and stuff like that. I know. So I don't know how much Bees does or doesn't. But Bees is in our chat. You can reach out to him. He never checks in, but he's in our chat.
Right.
Or just send something like you were expecting something from them. Be like, hey guys, this never showed up. I'm not like trying to get anybody in trouble, but it just never showed up.
Yeah, what's going on? What happened? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. It's like with any companies or whatever. I don't do
Hey
the
Ron.
channel to get stuff, and there's probably more things I could get or whatever. But it's like it's only so much time in the day, and like maybe if I was more actively trying to talk to some people, I'd have a few more opportunities. But
But
I'm just
there's you do what you want to do. Ooh, by the way, just remembered, Flytanium owns the arc forms now, so they're going to be they're going to release their versions of those arc form knives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be cool. But
This
like
is laid out piece.
there's no way of doing it right or wrong, Dan. Don't spend all your
Right.
time to
Oh
burn
no,
yourself out. Just
I'm just saying I probably could, but it's like there's only so much time in each day for doing anything,
well,
and
there's some companies that don't reply. There's some companies that are like maybe later. There's some companies that are like, yeah, and then you get something. And then there's sometimes companies they'll send you something and they want like a lot. They're like, hey, can I send you this? And then they send it to you and they're like, by the way, I need you to do this, and this.
oh yeah, I
You know what
hear
I
that.
mean?
That's
Where they don't
yeah,
trust exactly your process of how you do things, but I just want to show things to people and what my take is on them. And I've been very lucky with companies and I'm always very thankful to everybody. So
for sure.
that's just how I roll.
Book won a mystery Kaiser from Bees Kai live on Sunday. That'll
Nice.
be fun. But remind me to let me know to ask you what it is that you got when it is you do get it in the future. Right?
But the best things that show up at my door are the unannounced things,
Oh
like
yeah.
the eagle.
Right. That thing is sick. Straight from an actual gas station. Ooh, I'm looking at it on the big screen. It's like two knives in one. You got that one on that side, and then you got the eagle. Jeez. That eagle, oh my God. Look at how big the clip is, too. It's
I
official
know,
gas
and
station clip.
and
It's tip
it's on
down
the wrong
only.
side. It's on the
Right.
wrong.
Wrong side, tip down only. It's like an afterthought. There was no design put into that. All the design was put into the knife, and they
They
threw
did
this
put
ugly
speed
clip.
holes in the blade,
Oh man, that thing
and
goes
it's
so fast.
assisted.
That thing looks like it goes
Um,
Mach 3. That goes
that
Mach 3.
sharpening coil though, you're gonna get one sharpen,
It's fine.
and this is like a drop.
What's going on, Vicky?
Like, what would you call this? I would call this like a
Dranto?
yes, like a drop point tanto.
The Dranto all day.
Don't mess with me. I'll have to get out my Dranto, and you're gonna regret it.
Dude, Ron says you better test the seatbelt cutter. You don't want to get into a pinch and then realize that seatbelt cutter isn't working.
Boom.
I had a good day, Vicky. It's been busy at work, but I got home. I got some
Hey,
other stuff I
Vicky.
got to do, but got to get on with my man Justin for a little bit here on a fun Tuesday.
Thumb stud
Chat
on
about,
one side.
yeah, that eagle is dumb, so dumb, so dumb.
Oh, the knife. Remember, we both ordered that $4 knife. Mine fell apart as I was looking at it.
Oh, this one. Yours fell apart?
I was like,
This
Dan, go
one.
buy this $4 knife. And
This
mine
one.
didn't even make it the day.
Dude, look at that blue on the blade. The
Oh,
neon laser, I'm calling it. Dude, this thing is mine. I got lucky. Mine's solid, bro. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But it works. But look at the huge tip down only clip, just like that. But the blue on the blade, come on. Look at that grind. Blue grind. For the win.
I did my giveaway this morning of the Bulldog.
Oh, on you did that on TikTok, right? Is that what that
Yeah,
was?
I'm sad. I'm super sad to see it go. Now I gotta buy one.
How did the TikTok thing go?
I think as good as expected. Probably a little bit more people turned out than I even thought. And the guy who won it, I mean, when he was in my DMs, he was like, "I've never won anything before ever." And he's a huge knife guy, and he was just beyond elated. Like it
Well,
definitely,
he should be.
he
That's
was
a
very
really nice
appreciative.
knife.
He knew what the knife was, everything.
Fook, is that blue blade DLC or PVD? Oh, it's definitely I think it's one of those PVLDL DLCs.
I think it's a spray paint.
Yeah, yeah. It's
But
ultra
Fook, I'll give you
premium.
a link if you want. It started at $9, and then it had a 50% off coupon, and then it had another 16% coupon on top of that. And
Which brought it to like $4.
yeah.
I like it. I'm in.
Oh yeah, Vicky. Yeah, so this is my face.
This is my face. Here's me
It's
face.
hairy.
What knife is that? Oh, if you were talking about that blue one I had, it's $4 junk. You do not want that. It's cute. It's great for my ridiculous gas station collection, but I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. Apparently, Justin's didn't even make it a day and already broke, and that would be not safe. So I wouldn't recommend a knife like that. You can especially for $30. For $30, there's a ton of things you can get.
Hey, Watch City.
It's
Yeah, and I
probably
appreciate
spherical.
that, Kathleen. A lot of people were excited. The nice thing was the guy who won it, he's been following me on TikTok and he didn't really know of the knife community much on here. So now he's gonna come check out the community on here and he knew what the knife was and he'd been wanting one and he said he'd never won anything before and he was stoked and
That's
that
great.
felt awesome.
That's awesome.
Brian, what are we buying for 30? Ooh.
Oh, that's a fun one. What would you buy for the 30? You could get the CJRB Acacia. It's $30.
So is
I
the
have one of those.
so what other CJRB, Dan? What other CJRB?
There is no other CJRB for $30 that you would want
There
to buy.
is.
That you would want to buy. You would want to buy it? I don't know. I mean,
Dan, I have I have 3 in my possession and I've bought 10 of them because I've used them for giveaways.
10?
Yeah, I mean $30 knife and you can give them away and they're
Yeah, yeah,
useful,
yeah.
they're good.
I have two. I hate them and I have two.
You see? Yes, the pyrite light. Thank you. Penguins are always good. That acacia is nice too. I had 2 of those and I gave them both away for giveaways. I'm running out of knives.
All right.
But shout out to
There's
Burkle
your pyrite
Cerakote.
light. There's your stupid pyrite light.
Oh yeah, the QSB parrots are great too for $30.
Yeah,
They're like
there you go.
29.
Yes. Parrot. Here's that CJRB Acacia.
Yeah.
Textured FRN. You got the crossbar lock. This is a easily a
That's right, Kathleen.
bug out killer right there. $30 on this one. AR RPM 9. Great little choke up spot. $30 knife.
Here, Ron, how many did I buy? I've, over the course since its release, have bought around 10 of the Pyrite lights, and I bought 2 acacias, and I've given most of them away as giveaways because I like them.
Kathleen says the pyrite light is great. It's just that I have monster hands. She's correct.
I have given 1 Ozark away. I've given 1 Ozark away, and I have like 3 more.
Shay likes the texture on there. That is a nice, grippy, fun little texture on there. Another
Oh,
$30
yeah.
one is this Migaron Parasum.
Does Shay
$30.
have the? Does Shay have the acacia? Do you have the acacia, Shay? And Watch City. I want one of those glow in the dark ones too. But did you see how much they were? $305. And they put on sale today for like $60. You can get the Pyrite Light and S90V.
That's not bad. S90V. But yeah, look at this.
You own
G10,
0 CJRB, Shay. I'm gonna fix that.
G10, D2, Migaron, Parasum. These are $30. Action is awesome. Just a simple flipper tab. But if you want just a knife that's solid, that works good, that's a fun one.
Oh yeah, Migron. That bumps it up more to the 40-50 range.
Dude.
What blade style do I like, Ron? I prefer the sheep's foot. It's just a personal preference. I like them both. The acacia comes with a lock bar, whereas the sheep's foot is a button lock.
Mm-hmm. Joe, 200 is a good little spot to be. I'm kind of in the same area.
Yeah, and the problem is now everything's going to go up, so I'm going to be in a budget category again. Not the mini penguin. Yeah, or the penguin button lock in 14C. That might be just a slight over 50.
Heinz,
The mini Militaw, I have got to check out the premium mini Militaw, and I will say it is very nice. I just don't happen to own any.
This is the budget mini Militaw. This thing is great. Action is awesome. It feels good in the hand. I mean, if you like the
$15 for a brand
Militaw
new
at all,
Pyrite Light, Illuminati.
Militaw is great.
Send it to Dan. Oh, that's a good one, Kathleen. Because I probably need to pick something up for this week's giveaway. So CJRB is probably where it's going to be.
Malia is great for a smaller knife. It's just definitely, if you're looking for one that's a little bit smaller.
Nice. Hey, Dan, do you still have the fixed blade?
The Militaw?
No, the Jack Wolf.
Oh, no, I've got it packed up though, or I mean, it's right there. I could grab it.
Oh, if it's packed up, don't worry about it. I was just wondering what your final thoughts were.
It's not fully packed up because I still got to put the tip thing back on there, but I put it in because this VHS kind of case is just gorgeous. I mean, I love this packaging. I would collect these just to have these up on a row, the shelf, the box, the magnet, and then the presentation inset box.
It was a little smaller than I thought it was going to be, but it ended up being better, smaller.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Because of the size,
I will carry that size.
User, you would carry this, you would use it, you would feel comfortable carrying it. It feels awesome in the hand. It looks the color on there. Like you said, putting the UV light on it makes it pop. It doesn't really stick out on camera the same. I wonder what
I know. That is the best camo carbon I've seen.
There you go.
So bright.
That's working.
Are you sending it to Brian then, or?
I don't remember. I don't think you told me.
Send it to BEDC.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you did. We were
Okay.
talking about it in the live or something.
Yeah, send it to BEDC.
Dan, bring the camera to the collection. You have a nice. It's a mess, bro. We can do. Okay, hold on. This is not going to be
Hey,
pretty.
B Shady.
I've got a bunch of fun stuff hanging up here. Is this my new favorite knife? It might be. Where's yours, Justin?
Always right there.
So I got the roll up on the wall with some of my favorites. I got a few things kind of laid out. These are all Tom's crazy knives. I got a few things on
So
the shelf.
that was your shelf of stolen knives?
Yeah, these are all. He loves the Emerson wave stuff. So all of these, almost all of them have a wave on them.
That's cool.
Here's the shelf I built that I put my first coat of stain, and you can see it's clearly not as dark as the shelf is. But I don't know. I might just leave it at that.
See here, Ron Dobbins has a question. Do I think the Pyrite Bowie blade style does not sell as much? I don't think it does, because a lot of people that I've talked to want a fixed blade Bowie as opposed to a folder. Practicality, I mean, it's cool looking and it still works, but I could get more usage out of like a sheep's foot or something like that. So I've heard people have different opinions.
Yeah.
Thoughts
Knives
on that,
on
Dan?
what?
Dan don't read the chat, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, he told me, show me some. I was trying to show him that I got stuff like all over the place right now. Okay, what did I miss in the chat?
Ron Dobbins was asking if you thought the Pyrite Bowie is a good seller or not, just in general.
I don't know, but I like the pyrite blade on the Bowie the most. Look at this mess on the table. I don't have a pyrite Bowie over here. But I don't know. It's probably of all of my pyrites, I think the Bowie is probably my favorite.
And I've had just a lot of people say that they prefer a Bowie as a fixed blade as a folder, but I like it.
I would take a Bowie fixed blade all day long. Here's my full size Militaw. Dude, what a mess. Kaiser, CJRB, Civivi, Migaron, Artisan Cutlery.
Dan's getting a Narrows, huh?
Narrows? No.
Joe Max says you're getting a Narrows.
No thanks. Helix? Who doesn't
That's
want a
all good, Shay. No worries
beefy
on
boy
that.
Helix? Bull Tusk? Who likes the Ultim? Dude, what an afterthought. Look at all these knives I got just laying in here, taking up space.
Oh, Snail Trail. I think between you and me, we should come up with a really good logo for Artisan so that change it.
Bunch of Kaiser crap. Bro. Kaiser Lieb? Bro.
What's going on with the blade on that, man?
On what?
Hey, Tegan, how's it going? Waylon?
Kaiser
Riding
Lieb's
on
awesome.
things?
Got the brat, the integral brat.
I would buy that if it was $30.
154 cm and an integral handle. That thing's rad. Grouper, button actuated liner lock.
Kathleen. It's the best.
Kobolds. Kaiser Cobalt, bro. What does that say? I have a good question. What was your first Ultim knife? What was my first Ultim? It might have been the Bull Tusk.
Mine was what's that really popular Civivi, the one that they sell at like Walmart and everywhere?
Like a Elementum or a
no. Somebody help me out. What's that really Praxis? I bought not a mini but a full size Praxis in smoked Ultim. Or might have been Ultim, but the blade was black, so it. Thank you, Ian. Mega Praxis. Can't find those anymore now. They're all the minis. Have a good one, Shay. We'll see you later.
Right on, Shay. Good to see you. Kubi Ruckus. Copper bolster. I love the choke up spot on there. It's just so tight, tiny, thin.
I do love the Kubies, but I can't put down this ABW, man.
Well, that's a sweet knife. What? How much was that one again? What does that go for right now? 150.
The 159.
Sure, sounds about right.
Titanium and Magna Cut.
Look at the Shikari though. Tell me that's not a gorgeous looking concept, bro. I'll tell you what. Look at that micarta. How could you not love titanium and micarta?
$28. Tack 9.
There you go. $30. Yeah. Send cuts for days down there. God, I got so many shelves. I need to start moving everything into here. That's what it is. It's just a mess of knives.
We're really diving into the archives today. Have you done your 20.5 yet?
No, it's still right there.
Here's my
look at it sitting there. Look at this. It's like an afterthought. It's an afterthought. Look at these scales all ready to go, just sitting on the table, like just jammed in the corner, like a bad kid. What am I doing?
This summer, I'm gonna try to practice some anodizing.
Gonna pick up some supplies and try it.
Yeah, maybe I can convince Jimmy Crow to come visit again, and he can teach me some of the ways. Hey, Caleb, how's it going?
Well, if you're gonna convince Jimmy Crow to drive that far, you let me know, and I'll come down and meet up with you guys. You know.
Yeah, he came down last summer and hung out. It was awesome.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If I were to know and be able to plan for it,
I'll talk to him.
I would be like,
quite
bro,
a bit, so
Jimmy's
I'll
coming.
ask him. But my bug out with the Flytanium scales. Get that out all too often. What?
Bug out. Oh my god.
Man, you just like to rag on my knives. You're like, oh, bug out. Oh, TJRP.
No, I like to rag on the Benchmades because they overcharge. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Well, I have two Benchmades. I have a bug out, which was a gift from a dear friend, and I have a mini bug out that I won in a contest.
Okay. And I have the Benchmade tagged out, and I paid for that myself. but I don't carry it. It's too light. I would need to get, if I were to get some titanium scales for it.
You can get them.
What I know, but it's kind of a thing where it's like a knife that I'm not too excited about, that I'm not spending that money on, where if I were to get the titanium scales for it, I would probably really enjoy it, carry it more, but it's so
Make it your
light. They
fishing
make
knife.
them to be light. I know they're making that and the bug out to be light with those scales and that material. That's the whole point. I don't like light knives. I like heavy knives.
I get it. I like to know that my knife is in my pocket.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Ron, I'll show you my painting of the day.
I like some mass. Very nice.
Got some gold in it.
Oh, it's got a shimmer.
Yeah.
That's cool. What
But you know what? Make that tag out your next fishing knife. And here's why. Iowa got one in a going gear box, and he's like,
Yep.
this
He
thing
got like
sucks.
the mini tagged out, right?
Too
Yeah.
light. Didn't like it. He took it deer hunting, deboned a whole deer in the field. Didn't even need touched up. Blade's still crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good blade.
Yeah, I'm sure the blade can hold on, but I feel
Thank you,
like for
Snail
the
Trail.
price, I have other knives that I've spent the same kind of amount of money on, um, that I carry, like, for example, today's carry,
Is that
Devo
S90?
Tallboy.
I'm guessing.
And I tell you, the Devo Tallboy is in my pocket on a regular basis versus my Benchmade is not. You know what I mean?
I have two that are in my pockets more than anything else. Well, now it's going to be three because this ABW is going to be in there all the time. My Kubi Koius, love that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, you don't like. But I know it's there.
That's
And
another one that's on my list that I wish it was heavier.
but you can get any sort of scale made, and the blade alone is
I
heavy. It's
know,
almost 4 inches.
I know, but I
And
haven't
if
done it.
anybody's like, who's got the biggest knife? The MSI is pretty big.
It's a
But
beast,
I don't. It's perfect because I got the weight of the blade, but not of the handle. So I can, if I put titanium or something handles on it, it might be too heavy for me to want to carry.
right? Yeah, Lanyard Man put brass or like copper scales on his, and it's like a chunk. It weighs
Couple
like,
pounds.
dude, but it felt great. Like to me, I was like, okay, I could see myself carrying this more now. And that would be what it takes. The reason I haven't got rid of it is because I may do that one day. But the reason I don't carry it is because I haven't done that.
Have you thought about trying a different microtech, like an amphibian or something? I want to check out a Stitch, but
Yep. Yeah. At some point, money, so many models, so many things,
I've been
tons
on
of
a
stuff
split
I
joint
want.
kick lately.
Hmm. Because they're fun.
And
I could,
man, this one, Dan, I'm loving this one. This little one.
yeah, I like the blade
I,
shape on that.
yeah.
Nice looking handle. The texture on the handle's cool.
And it's copper. You could have all sorts of fun messing with it.
I
Oh, you
think
got your
this is going to be a
Kaiser
good.
Bulldog today. Nice. I've been wanting to get one of those Bulldogs. I want to get the aluminum with the pink handles just because it's different looking.
Just in time. Be careful when you start running out of storage. I lost stuff because my phone was almost full and I went and edited and cropped a video. And then when it was like saving that edited video, I didn't have space. And so therefore it corrupted that file because it was like saving it while it was doing it. But now it didn't have the old version, but it didn't have the new version because it didn't have space for it. So I lost the whole video.
Why don't you use a cloud service?
I don't know why I don't have an issue with it if unless what happens I forgot to erase some videos and they were in my trash. And so like usually I upload the videos, I know they're good or whatever, I get them off my phone, but then when I erase them, you throw them in the trash, but I didn't throw out the trash. I forgot to throw out the trash. I had like 20 videos in there. 20 of my videos will fill up my entire phone because I shoot them in like 4K or whatever. And
But then you got to drop them out of 4K. So why not just shoot them in a little less?
They drops them to shoot. Well, because my videos, you can watch one of my videos. What does it let you watch it at?
It used to be 720, and then I think you can do the 10 whatever now. But
You can watch some of mine in 2K.
I don't know. I just had to empty my trash yesterday. So
Right. Well, what happens is I forgot to empty it, and so because I had like 10 big videos on there, my it was full, and I wasn't paying attention. It was the only time it's ever happened in a year and a half.
it happens. That's
It
why
just sucks
Ray
because
has like
I ended
6
up having to
phones.
remake the video. I had to make a new video because I no longer had the video.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, and Ron Dobbin. It hit 70 here today. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's sunny and 70. I've been outside all afternoon. Felt good.
My credit card has been charged and my Benchmade Narrows is on the way, says Joe. Ew. Dude, what a waste of money that one is. I don't know who would agree.
Awesome. See you later. See you later, Caleb. It'll set up for 7. So
Later,
you're gonna be on
Caleb.
tonight? I'll probably have a notification set, so I'll try to catch it.
Take it easy, Justin time.
What knife are we giving away? We've never really talked about that.
What? When?
You and me.
When? What are we talking about?
No, I'm reading the
Well,
chat. It
sounds
says,
like,
what knife you guys giving away?
oh, it looks like Heinz is donating a knife for a giveaway. Is that what's going on? What price
Fair
would
for
you
the
call
narrows.
fair for the Narrows? Spookdoozle wants to know. All right, what price would I call fair for the Narrows? What is the Narrows selling for right now? 500 plus?
640.
640? 250.
I mean,
250.
it's American made. What's the
299
steel on
would
it?
be
What's the
top.
steel on it again? Is it S30 or is it nicer?
299 absolute top. That's still too expensive.
Dude, you
250.
can't even get like a bug out for that.
$600 for what? For what? For a butterfly?
I don't know. I have my like 0.1 inch, thin knife, and it's like $45. So,
It's
and it's
it's
about
not a comfortable, I don't know. It's not a comfortable grab. It's skinny. I mean,
nice, Ron.
yeah,
Yeah,
we hit 70 in
that's how I
Minnesota.
felt about the Vosteed as well. I checked out that Vosteed Parallel. It's
Okay.
just too thin. The what I like about my Boker is it is a small knife. It's not trying to parade itself as a larger knife. If I can find it, the being super thin works because I'm just doing this. But
Right.
when it's trying to say it's a full size knife that thin, you'll never feel like you got a grip.
Homer says I'm not a high roller. Think I am or think I'm not. I don't know.
You're acting like you're not a high roller, but you are.
What? What are you talking about?
Mr. Double Microjet.
I won one of those. I bought one and then I won his giveaway. I don't enter giveaways anymore.
Why not? I don't enter all of them. I enter some.
Well, I mean, there's a couple. I mean, sure, I'll enter MCs or whatever, but like, I don't know. I don't like Casey does his every week. I've won once. I already
You're
won
like,
his
I won,
once.
so I
I'm
don't
not
need
going to
to
enter
anymore.
his again. And I'm not saying anything about other people not doing it, but I feel like I'm running the channel. I like watching people win. I've won a few times already. I feel kind of lucky and fortunate. And to me, it's like, on occasion I have entered, and I'll enter as a like a DSKFS for like Fookdoozle or something like that.
You hear that,
But
Fook? He's doing that for you next time there's a giveaway. No, I totally understand you, Dan. I know there'll be a point where I'll get to where I'll stop entering as well, but I'm not at a point where I'm monetized yet, you know, and things like that. So maybe once I'm monetized, I'll stop entering.
Mhm.
But I'm working on it. I've made some playlists if people want to watch it. The sooner we get monetized, as soon as I get monetized, I'm gonna do a big giveaway.
Have you seen
Big.
your numbers? Have you seen your watch time go up at all lately, or?
Yeah. It's weird. It'll jump up 100 one day, and then it'll just like ride that. Even though I go live every day, it'll ride that for 3 days and then jump up like 10. So I'm still like 900 hours away. Um, so if anybody wants to just turn me on in the background, I would love that. I got playlists. You can leave some really goofy comments. Thank you, Bluminati. I appreciate you. Dragoon.
Why are Benchmade prices so high? Why? Honestly,
Because people pay it.
because people pay it. Because people, and then they start thinking they're
Thank you, Tegan.
cool, and then so it's like, ooh, now we're gonna have cool tax, and then cool tax becomes a ladder of like growth where now oh well, it's cool, well now we have to up it, and oh, we're going to up a little more because they're going to think it's ultra cool if we up it a little more, and they just got to keep outdoing themselves. And then the people that are playing the game also have to have the newest hottest thing, and I don't care how much it costs, I'm going to have the newest hottest thing from this company. And it snowballs in a way it doesn't need to.
Okay, let's
They
let's
should just
let's
be
let's
selling those
stay
for
with
two
the
ninety
six.
nine. They'd be overpriced at $2.99, and they still make their money, and it would still be something.
So
I don't.
let's say they made a knife that was 640, and it wasn't the Narrows. It's a knife you would like. What would it have to make you pay 640, like material wise?
Nothing. There isn't anything that I can know of that's made that would make it me justify
I
paying
mean, you
that.
can buy
You can
one-offs from custom makers for that. So
Right.
you could
So I
have
mean, if
a
you're going to
complete
make it
knife
out of
built just
the
for you for
best
that. So
steel, if you're going to make it out of S90 or M390 and DLC coat it and put a titanium handle on it, I can buy knives similar to that for $200 to $300.
well, did you
So
see that Kaiser X series? Kaiser pushing the $400 mark. I
I
don't see
haven't.
a return on that investment ever.
I haven't. But there's going to be there's so people, because there's always
In
collectors in
neither
the
life,
group.
yeah.
There's people in our group that if you look, like if you're like on like maybe it's Instagram or Facebook more, where there'll be someone in a collector group, and they'll be like, oh, here's my sheepdogs, and they have 50 sheepdogs. That's one type of knife, and they have 50 of them. Or it's like someone who's Spyderco, and it's like, oh, I got 25 of these, or you know what I mean? So there's people out there that have that, and it's like, oh, we make another version of it, they're gonna buy it. And there's nothing wrong with that. If it's something you like, if there was a knife that I loved that they had 20 versions of, here we go. Here we go.
Waylon, I did not end up being able to get that Predator the other day. I was hoping. But the other thing is, like, there are people that, you know, probably think $200 is like stupid, but here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
It's
just,
kind of, I don't
you
know.
know, like I feel
Everything's just getting
like
expensive.
if I needed money, I could sell this. I could
Right.
sell it.
Right.
A $400 Kaiser, I just don't see you getting the money, you know?
It depends on what it is. You try to think if it's the right kind of company. Like you've got like your Devo, like Devo released the Tall Boy. First release, 20 minutes, they're gone.
But you'll get close to what you paid for that, no
Well,
problem.
but you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes it's like boom, they sold every single one they had
Mhm.
like that. Now,
But I'm
maybe they
thinking
could have upped the
reputation
price.
wise, like
They could, instead of $200, they could have made this 250. They could have made it 300, and they might not have sold out right away, but they probably still would have sold a bunch.
they're a small
But I
company
feel
though, you
like
know, they
them
need
putting
to
this at
sell to
$200,
stay up.
you know, that put that in that bracket of like, well, $200 for S90V, high
But there's a
quality
lot more people in the
construction, like
200 market than the 300 market because that you know, I'm not in the 300 market.
right. I kind of am not really. I'd like to be, but
Yeah. I love Couture. I just can't afford Couture, but that's fine.
right.
But materials wise, when you're looking at bug outs in S30 for a couple $100, if it was S45, if it was S90, even I would still question it, but be able to understand it a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, FRN and S30 were close to three. But then, so back to my Kaiser situation. Kaiser's known as great budget knives and some premium knives that you can spend in the hundreds on, no problem.
Right.
Concept's done it differently, where they have their budget brand now, and their regular stuff was I'd say more premium, not much budget, and then they jumped up a little bit in the premium after they made the second brand. So I think of Concept as a more premium brand, like you're going to spend $200 for a nice Concept.
Mm-hmm.
But Kaiser didn't go that way, so I feel a little like, so I feel it's harder to spend higher money on it, you know.
Right. Sure. I hear that. But to me, what's $600? I don't know what you would have to do to make me. Okay, I think I've got some. It would either have to be a rare something that like isn't available anymore, like an old Demco 8020 or something that you just can't get. So they only made them 20 years ago, and here is one. It's 20 years old. You know what I mean? So something like that
With
maybe,
made
but
with some sort of tusk that is illegal now.
sure. Or if it was like made out of titanium, let's say they have a really high quality sweet knife, high quality blade, and then titanium, but then the person took the titanium and spent 20 to 50 hours hand carving it into this crazy xenomorph pattern, where it's like, okay, well, an artist just spent 50 hours carving that, making it a unique one of a kind item. That's where I would see
But then
the
that falls
additional
into the
value.
custom where, like, if you
Because someone
commission
put
somebody
their
to make
heart
you a
into it.
slip joint, if you
Right.
commission a
They
fixed blade, you know?
right. They spend that extra time and love and care into it,
See
making
here.
but then now you're looking at a one of a kind piece. It's no longer a $600. That's how much it costs from the factory. You have custom created this and commissioned an artist to do something like that.
But to each their own. To the people that want the narrows and save for the narrows, good for them. I'm not gonna knock it because that's what they want.
Oh, for sure. If you like it, dude, I spend the money that you have on the stuff you love if you can afford it. You
Right.
know?
And Hagen, I don't own a PSYOP. I have checked one out. They are very nice. For me, at the time when they came out, I really felt like if they had it at maybe 149, or no, if they had it at 199 instead of 249, I felt like that would have been more reasonable. But that's for my standards of what I would spend. Mark
The
Travis,
dishes
I
are
do too.
done.
I used to buy old timers at Kmart all the time. And
Brian
let's
says the
see here.
dishes are done, man. Oh, he be forging stuff. What's up, Brian?
There you go, Ron. Ron Dobbins buys $300-400 knives and up, and he loves the ones he gets, and that is all that matters.
Exactly, exactly. If there are many $300 range knives that I am interested in that I don't have the justifications and the funds to do so at this time.
There are knives I've spent $50 on and regretted it. And there are knives like, I will say, this Tempest, they ran 140. I have this out more often than just like in the house, not as a carry, but in my house out and fidgeting with it than probably any other knife. So
A lot. I like it a lot. Microjet's a really good knife.
if you've been thinking about the PSYOP, they are a full size knife. They got a really big handle. Um, they're
Yeah,
nice.
but it's Vosteed.
Dan got burned on a Vosteed once, and so he's
That's all
never going back.
I never said that, but I'm not interested at the moment.
And
So
that's
there's that,
fine
which is fine, totally fine.
because I feel you, because not you kind of got burned, and then they messed it up again. So that's kind of like a two strikes kind of deal.
Yeah, that was painful. I didn't like it, and I'm good. I'm cool. Totally cool, man. Try not to think about it.
And all of our ramblings are for entertainment purposes only. We are not telling you what to do or not do.
Right. The ones you love. Everybody
Oh,
thinks,
nice, Kathleen. Those look cool.
yeah, what design do you like? Like some people want big knives, some want small knives. And you got to find the design that suits you, the glowy color that has a sweet shape of a blade that turns your own fancy. That's why I can't stop buying them. 300 plus. I need to get more,
We will
you
never
know,
find the perfect one.
but I'm buying tiny ones like this. I'm buying big ones. I'm buying glow in the dark ones. You got to try them
That's it,
all.
Waylon. That is it. I want all the knives.
All, please. Got to have that allowance. Just give yourself. That's why there's a few that I haven't ordered that I've got kind of I'm looking at, and I keep a lot of them that I'm looking at, and then eventually one of them pops up on a sale, and it's like, ooh, jump on it.
I've got shopping carts that have been sitting it forever online, and I'm just like, someday it's gonna go on sale.
Yep, and you're there. I got my Flightanium Arcade at over half price because I happened to be ready to go, and Mick Ranger was like, "Bro,
And
big
hey,
sale over there."
I posted in my the post section of YouTube. Flightanium beefs today are $49. There's a code you have to enter. It's on my page.
Yeah, jump on
$49
it.
for a beef.
Get yourself a beef.
Dan, if you don't jump on it, I'll be shocked. It's such a good deal.
I can't buy anything for a few more days.
I know how that goes.
I could, but I have control. I have
You're
this
trying to be good.
control. Well, I was talking about it when we were in Wisconsin. I grab a few $100 of cash.
You could spend it, but it's better
I
to be
had
safe.
that money I had so many $100 in my pocket in cash that it was like, I'm gonna walk out the door with nothing, probably use my card to spend a little more or whatever. But I ended up walking out the door with like $160 in cash in my pocket that I could have just been
Dragoon.
like, ooh,
Yeah.
look at that. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I'll take one of those and one of those. Oh, that was $40 and that's $30. I'll get both of those. I still have $100. But
Oh,
I
thank you,
didn't.
Bluminati. I'll check that
Nothing was
out.
calling out at the time that it was like had to have.
Hey,
Although
Dragoon and I made
$50
an
for a
awesome
beef.
deal the other day that benefited both of us.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how things work out.
Mm-hmm. But $50 for a beef.
69 for the first. Hold on. Where is the 80-10 for 69 and S35 at? Because I'm gonna probably go jump on that.
Wait. $69 for an 8010 S35 VN Tonto?
Oh, it's the Tonto. I want the spear or drop
Well,
point.
yeah, but
Clip point.
$69. You could almost buy that and then buy the blade shape that you want and put it on there and still have only spent.
Or am I just gonna get a random 80-10 blade?
I bet you could find it.
Oh yeah, okay.
And someone wants to swap.
Midway, okay.
Someone
Spears
wants to
109, that's not
swap.
bad either.
Midway USA. Wow, I haven't been there in a while.
That's where I
Huh.
got such a good deal on that dam design I sold you.
Oh yeah, I like that knife.
They got good prices on stuff.
I like that knife. I like that knife a lot. It's not close to me though. I mean, it's close to me.
It's not
just
in the room.
It's just not in the room with me.
And I
at this
passed
time.
those savings on to you.
Is it dark? Is it dark enough? Should I make it darker? What do I need to do?
I think it looks good.
I can change the light. I can make it brighter or darker too.
I think it looks really nice like that.
They blend in a little more when it's darker, but I don't know. I don't mind it.
So Dan, what is, are we gonna do another what should we get to compare, or should we wait till my Rough Rider shows up?
Well, you got to get the Rough Rider,
right?
but yeah, I don't know of anything right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And I'm trying, like I said, I have like 3 or 4 things that are all like 60, 70, 50, 40 that I'm just like ready to just go click, click, click.
We'll do the Rough Rider thing. We'll continue over.
Well, if we find something, if we find something, then yeah.
We'll message each other.
Tegan says, or Taggin, I'm sorry. What is your most expensive knife? What is mine? Well, mine, I didn't pay for it. What are these? $350?
Yeah.
So this Jack Wolf Primo Jack is $350. Fortunately for me, oh, my battery's about to die.
For me, it's either my Midnight Jack or my Farrah Monster Aurora Rays, maybe. Yeah.
I paid for this one.
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that.
Fox. This is a custom Sea Fox Magna Cut koa wood and white paper micarta. Really sweet looking fixed blade. This would have been $300, but I got it at the show for $220. But I mean, I still call it. It's like a $300 custom, right?
Yeah.
Magna Cut. It feels awesome. It's probably the coolest, one of the coolest knives I have. I think it's gorgeous. Feels great. Blade shape is cool.
I mean, I guess if I count the modifications on top of the knife, my budget Jack Wolf is probably up there.
That one's great. That one is great.
You know, after modifying it and stuff. So.
Well, I gotta get rolling. It is already 6:07. I gotta finish up some stuff for my league. If you want to keep rolling. But
I gotta bounce too. It's taco night, so
Taco Tuesdays every Tuesday sounds good. I'm interested. I want some tacos. Yeah.
Come on down, Dan. I don't know if they'll be warm in 5
They'll be
hours, but
soft and
4
and
hours.
gooey and pockets. Ugh. Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. I had a good time. Coming soon, fun new items in our collection. Brian's been working on something. Later, guys. Later, Ron.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
Later.